We all know that content creators do what they love and that they often do it well. However, even ones that find their audience often don't make enough money from it to earn a living. They might make nothing at all or even lose money after things like video production costs, website fees, and just a lot of work that goes into making digital products that we often release. So why do creators do it? Well, they do it because it's what they enjoy and what they love doing. Supporting your favorite creators can really help them create more of the content that you love. And with more competition and lower ad revenue, it's more important than ever to keep encouraging the creators that you love to keep doing what they do. Hi guys, my name is Annabelle from Horizon Cosplay, and today we are having a chat about how you can support your favorite content creators for free. You see, a lot of creators offer things like Ko-Fi or Patreon. They also often run shops selling products or merchandise on either their own websites or places such as Etsy. But what do you do if you don't have the money to partake in those? Is there no way to help your favorite content creators out so that they can keep doing all the things that you enjoy seeing them do without tossing cash into the equation? Well, yes there is, and I'm going to tell you how. And so, algorithm gods be praised! Let's get started. YouTube. So to start, the best thing you can do for any creator, no matter who they are, is watching their videos all the way through. Often on our analytics, we see what is known as a retention rate. And a good retention rate can lead to the almighty algorithm god realizing that people like our content and suggesting it to more people. This also really helps smaller channels who, like me, are working towards their hours for monetization to get there even quicker. Next, we have all our normal interactions. Liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing on videos are all really helpful and really useful things that we do see and we really do appreciate. This again tells the algorithm gods that our videos are worth watching, so make sure you do all of those while you're here watching this video for me. Please. Next is if a creator is monetized, watching and even clicking on their ads can help increase the amount a creator gets paid per ad view. It's free and easy to do, and remember that ad revenue is often the main income for a lot of YouTube creators, especially the smaller ones that don't necessarily have outside products yet. Now, I know that rewatching videos isn't everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I'm pretty bad at it because once I've seen something once, I often don't go back to see it again. However, if you did want to rewatch videos, it really does help to add views and help rack up that watch time. Now, I did run an experiment a few months ago where I figured out that roughly around the 5th watch, YouTube will stop taking your views into consideration. But that still leaves a lot of opportunity for you guys to help out your favorite creators. And now for my favorite one on this list, which is that if you find a new creator, binge watch everything on their channel. I actually think a lot of us do this anyway when we discover a new person that we really enjoy watching, but all those views and watch time adds up and it helps. It helps. What more do you want me to say? If a creator hosts a sponsored video that offers a free trial, please do take part. Now, I know a lot of these places do still ask for card info, however, you don't get charged initially for like 99% of these things. So long as you remember to cancel before the trial period is up, it can actually lead to more sponsorship opportunities and for them getting paid better by their sponsors in the future because they know that their audience has a really high partaking rate, I suppose we should call it. Though again, with this one, make sure you do set a reminder to unsubscribe if it's not actually a service you're wanting to use. Don't need anyone accidentally getting charged here. Saving your favorite creators' videos to your own playlist can actually be really helpful, and here's a little hint. All of my best viewed videos are because people have found them on collaborative playlists. So these are playlists that contain several different creators' works. The more a video is saved, the more likely it is that people will stumble across it, and the more people stumble across it, the more people are probably going to watch it. And on that note, my next tip is to binge watch group and collaborative playlists. My personal favorite group and collaborative playlist recently has been the historical Disney one, where a bunch of people created historically accurate Disney princess costumes, and it's all in playlists, or I think even several playlists, which I will link in the description down below, where you can go and discover a whole bunch of new creators who create these amazing outfits and content. My personal projects and contributions to these playlists were actually my historically accurate Megra costume and also my 1950s Cruella de Vil coat, both of which I think turned out superb. And lastly for this section, remember to click on those videos that pop up on the end screen. Personally, my end screen always contains a video that I've actually handpicked to go with the one you've just watched. Also, my latest video that I've posted. So if you guys like my content, those two videos are great places to start. Instagram. Saving, commenting, and sharing Instagram posts is always the easiest way to let the algorithm gods know that this content should be seen by more people. And once they know that, they'll start pushing it out. And hopefully that is exactly what's going to happen. You also want to make sure that you're following your favorite creators. A lot of people don't do this because their creators continuously pop up in their explore feed anyway. But by following them, you're making the fact that they're going to pop up on other people's explore feeds a lot more likely. It's also really good fun to have conversations in the comments, either with the creator themselves or other people who like their content. It really doesn't doesn't matter, but the point is ask questions, respond to other comments, and just get talking. This can also help really form a sense of community around the creator's work, which is good fun for them and good fun for you. Replying and interacting with stories on Instagram is a great way to not only help out your favourite creator, but also get to know them a little bit more. Not to mention that on the few occasions where I've asked people questions, or I've asked people to ask me questions, and I've had no replies, which has definitely happened several times, it always leaves me feeling rather sad and dejected. Unfortunately, this feeling does tend to take away from my creative motivation, and though it hasn't outright stopped projects, it has definitely slowed them down. I also think this point is extra important for smaller channels. We really do appreciate your active participation, and it just gives us a boost in energy that can really help to get a project moving. Facebook. To be totally honest, Facebook is not the best platform to be sharing content on these days. But if your favourite creator has an active Facebook book or page, make sure to join it and check in every now and again, because those posts probably won't be popping up on your feed anytime soon unless the creator's paying for them. Something which a lot of people these days are feeling is like a bit of a waste of money. Personally, I just feel that Facebook has gotten a little bit scammy with this lately, so I tend to avoid it both for business and personal purposes. However, it does have its place, and I do think it will probably get a revival at some point in the future. So make sure to like and follow those pages so that you don't miss it when hopefully it eventually does. TikTok. Share your favourite TikToks to help them get in front of more eyes. This can mean literally just sharing them, or you can duet with the creators if they have that feature turned on. Everyone loves a good reaction video after all, or maybe you can join in and create something yourself at the same time. And again, make sure to follow your favourite creators to make sure you don't miss their videos. There's also liking and bookmarking your favourite videos so that you can go back and watch them again and easily find them in the future. Not to mention share them with friends if one day they come up in conversation or you feel they're appropriate for the moment. Twitch. Comment during streams and ask questions. There is nothing that drives new people away from a stream faster than when there's a one-sided conversation going on. But unfortunately, the streamer can't control what their audience is typing, so it's up to you guys to make sure that they have something to interact with. It also makes it way more fun for the streamer and will probably make the stream a lot more interesting for you to watch. So there's my top tip. Twitter. By now, I'm sure you guys know the drill for likes, comments, follows, and shares to help a guy out. But did you guys know that retweeting rather than quote tweeting can actually help lead people more directly to the content creator's page? Reddit. One thing I love about Reddit is that it is nice and simple. Just simply upvote anything and everything that you love and want to see more of. And if you have some readily available, make sure to hand out some rewards and medals for your favourite posts. Personally, I've only gotten a few medals on Reddit thus far, but it's made my absolute day to know that people like my content that much as and when it's happened. And finally, we are on to the other section. Follow your favourite creators on all their platforms. Everything from their Etsy shop to their Ko-Fi. Even if you're not going to monetarily participate, it still helps to drive traffic to those pages and show them that you're there, ready to support them as and when you can. Not to mention, if there ever is something you want to buy, it also means you're going to be first in line to get notified for it. And considering most content creators these days have these accounts readily available in a clear list on a Linktree page, it just makes it even easier for you guys to find and sort through. Saving their content to your Pinterest board is also a great way to go about helping to share it. This one is so simple, and no one really sees how much or little you pin. Pinterest basically just acts as a search engine for people to find pretty pictures. These pretty pictures then lead people to the content creator's website, YouTube channel, etc., and it just helps a girl out. Not to mention, it'll help you find their stuff later if you want to go back and reference an image that you really liked. Makes it a lot easier to find and doesn't take up any storage on your phone that way. The next one on the list might seem a bit weird, but you basically want to visit the website, but don't just click on the website, you actually want to have a good look around. Most serious or professional creators normally have a website of some sorts, but unfortunately a lot of people only visit these websites when they specifically need or want something. However, one thing I can personally attest to is that a lot of these creators really just want some steady traffic to their site, especially when they're hosting a written blog or even their own shop. Right now, Google pretty much owns the internet, so the aim for pretty much every website is to rank on that Google search. However, one of the biggest metrics Google takes into account when it searches is not just how many people click on the web page, but also how many people actually stay on that website and look around and how long that takes them. In general, the main goal here is to get people to click on the website, maybe click on 4 to 5 pages and scroll about halfway through each page. It doesn't take long for you to do, but Google Analytics reads it as a big plus. It sounds horribly complicated even with how much I've simplified it here, but really it's just a way for the Google-funded algorithm gods to know that people like the website that they're visiting. The other thing they look at when they're deciding whether or not a video should be ranked in Google search is what's known as a bounce rate. This is literally people bouncing on and off the website where you arrive and then leave before you've even left the first page. This tells Google that the website doesn't have good content or even even worse, might suggest that the website is spam, which trust me is something that no creator wants. Especially when hosting a website is always a big expense for a creator and can be an incredible drain on resources if you're only small. So don't bounce, people, just please don't bounce. If your favourite local in-person convention takes suggestions for guests, judges or lecturers, don't be afraid to suggest some of your online people even if they're not in the same country as you. Many of us are more than happy to do real life events, and we're also more than happy to travel with them if the convention is willing to pay for our travel expenses, which a lot of them are. However, a lot of conventions, especially the smaller ones, will often find 1 or 2 people and stick with them for years and won't change these guests unless the attendees request it. I'm not saying this to take away from regular work for some people, but sometimes change can be a good thing. On the same hand, if you see a brand doing a collab search or actively looking for people to sponsor, don't be afraid to suggest us. The worst that can happen is that the brand reaches out to us and for whatever reason we say no. However, even if we do say no, being asked is just such a compliment and honestly a major confidence boost. However, it could also be the tipping point for a big collaboration or even something small but regular that would allow us to grow and expand the content creation that we currently do, maybe even going full time. If your favourite creator has one, make sure to join their mailing list. This helps you stay up to date with all the stuff that they are doing, lets you know real life locations where you could possibly go to meet them, or any online events that they're taking part in. Not to mention, if they are releasing paid products that you would like to get, it also means that you'll get first dibs. Many mailing lists also offer a free gift when you first sign up, which is never something to turn your nose up at. Encourage them, tell them that you love your work. Acknowledgement goes such a long way to just motivating us to do more, and everyone really appreciates it. Not to mention, I personally love to find out how my projects resonate or connect to people that I've probably never before met. It's incredibly interesting and it helps to build a community. Quite honestly, a massive part of starting a creative project for me is the fear that comes with putting this project out in the public view. But when I get a quick message just saying, "Hi, I loved your work and thank you so much for making it and posting these pictures online," it helps settle all my nerves. Or you can do even better and make that comment public so that other people can see it too, which also helps. Using affiliate links is another great way to support your creators. Yes, I know this one does technically involve money, but hear me out here. If you know you have to make an order off Amazon, something that you're going to be buying anyway, why not click on the affiliate link and then buy whatever you want? Even if you don't buy the product that the link sent you to, Amazon will still give the creator a commission for whatever it is you do buy in the next, I think it's 24 to 48 hours at no extra cost to you. So it's basically putting money in their pocket without taking anything extra out of your own. Send a tip in to a local news website, and yeah guys, this one does really work. Most news websites have forms or emails when you can send in tips about stories that you know are going on. And most news companies, especially the smaller ones, get a lot of their stories from people suggesting what they'd like them to see and what they want them to cover. Because of course they can't be in every corner of the internet at once, and sometimes they might not even know that this big project is happening just around the corner from where they are. That's what the tip or email box is for. So if you know your favourite creator is based in London and currently working on some big amazing project, don't be afraid to write to their local newspaper and tell them about it. Especially with things like cosplay and history bounding, it's often not something local communities hear much about unless they're specifically looking for it, something that unfortunately rarely happens. However, even a small photo or paragraph in the local newspaper can help build a creative's local reputation and open doors to other local businesses and opportunities that they might never have had otherwise. Not to mention that one of the biggest things to remember with news outlets is that their whole thing is engagement, meaning that every online article is engineered and fine-tuned to get as many people to read it as possible. So if they find out a story is brewing, they'll probably hop on it quicker than a pig flying out a window. Not only will they have something new and interesting to write about then, but they also have a pre-built audience ready and waiting to read whatever they post. Especially for smaller online creators, it can be really hard for them to get an article in the news or an interview all on their own, especially if they're new or in a really fine-tuned niche like us cosplayers. And often, even if news sources know about a local cosplayer, they'll often skip over that article in favour of something else because they're not sure that their audience will read or watch whatever it is they're going to produce about them. However, by writing in, you show that you have an active interest and that you at least will be willing to participate in this article that they are writing or video they are making or whatever it is they do. News comes in all forms these days, doesn't it? And I'm afraid, guys, that is everything that I've got to say today. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe because all those things help me out as a small creator, and otherwise I will see you next Wednesday with a new crafting video. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye!